Hi everybody. I wanted to share with you a tool that I use to save me lots of time throughout the semester. I like to give pretty detailed feedback to students. And so the thought struck me this past semester that I really just needed to create a database for all of the feedback that I give my students. So I like to work in Google because I can access it from anywhere. So I simply created a Google Docs. Some people would prefer a spreadsheet. But when you have spaces in between paragraph or sentences, then they don't go into an Excel file very clear and clean. It breaks it up and sends it over multiple cells. So I just prefer to use a Word document or a Google Doc and insert a table. And so at the top I have a category for assignments, which is a cross, and in this case I've already set up pre-assessments and then, also video introductions that my students have to complete week 1. And then I'll add another assignment here as I move forward. And then the expectations, I just remind myself for the pre-assessment they just had to complete it, so I didn't need to put anything there. But for the video instructions, they do have some requirements. So I copy and paste them from inside of eCourseWare, eLearn or D2L, whatever you call it. So it just reminds me of what students were expected to do. And then I have a role here for general feedback, such as is the case for the pre-assessment, because students earned points for completing the pretest. Their pretest is not graded for accuracy, so I just wanted to leave some friendly feedback, and this is a great opportunity to really set the tone and establish a culture in your classroom where students really feel like you care intimately about them. Now in this course that I'm building this database for, there are 87 students in this class. And because I'm using the first name string, it's going to make every single student feel like I wrote this comment, this feedback specifically to them. And in actuality, I came in here and wrote out what I wanted to say, and I copy and paste this for all students. Now, on the other hand, for the video introduction assignment, there are some specific things I'm looking for, expectations that I have given students. And so typically students are above expectations, they have met or meet expectations, or they perform below the expectations. So I simply, like creating a rubric, I write out the above expectations, and then I copy and paste. So, hi, first name. Outstanding job on this assignment. Thank you for participating in this video discussion, for following instructions, and for exceeding the minimum number of discussion responses required. So students are going to think that I really took a lot of time, even though I might have just scanned across it. Although this is an online course, students can get to know one another, make new friends, and develop professional networks for the future. This is a little more general in what I want to say to students. Well, I don't want to have two things, so I kind of tag in a general statement underneath the different comments. So, for the met expectations, I simply copied and pasted, and I changed the beginning, nice work on this assignment, instead of saying outstanding job. And then I say for blah, 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 all the same stuff, but now I say for meeting the minimum number of discussion responses required, and I put the number there in parentheses. And the same general feedback. Now for this feedback, the student did not meet the expectations, so I still copied and pasted, but then I went back in and edited. Unfortunately, you did not meet the expectations for this assignment. Then I tell them precisely. This eliminates emails. It eliminates questions. Students were expected to post a 3-minute or less video introduction and then view and comment on at least 3 classmates' video introductions, preferably classmates you didn't know. I just thought of one thing that I was supposed to tell them. Students were expected to post a 3-minute or less video introduction answering the question prompts. So again, this will eliminate students having lots of follow-up questions and challenging their grade. And then again, I copy and paste the same general feedback. So now when I go into the course and I want to come over to their grade, their pre-assessment grade, way over here at the back end for some odd reason, and say grade all, and say more students have completed it, I'll know because there'll be a little question mark here. So it doesn't matter how they performed, I would just simply click here, give them their full points, click here, copy and paste from my database whichever feedback was appropriate. Okay, sorry this video was a little longer. Hope you find it helpful and saves you lots of time.